All right, all right. First and foremost, I want to thank y'all for coming on the platform. This is definitely an honor. I truly appreciate y'all. I'm definitely looking forward to the new music that y'all working on. I got a chance to check out the Red Jacket joint that's on fire. I'm loving it. Looking forward to seeing the video. Man, for the viewers who may not be hip to y'all, let them know who you are and definitely where you from.
Okay. Well, I'm Antron Hill. I go by the alias of Trontreazy. I am original and founding band member from the group Toni, and I'm with 3TOB now. But I also am a self producer um, that finds various artists and work with them if they have it. That's it.
All right. Izzy, go ahead, let them know.
Yeah, man, I'm Izzy Products, born and raised Austin, Texas. Um, my government name is Israel Scott. Uh, I was born right here in Austin, Texas. Came up in the church. Been in the game for about 32 years. This man right over here to my right or left, depending on how you face him, this man has been like my idol since I was probably four. So real talk. So it's a dream come true. It's just surreal just being in this moment. So
Wow, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Big shout out to the church because a lot of us, those was our first concerts, our first plays, our first musical performances, the first time we seen, people do, things musically, but a lot of people don't give it up. So I appreciate you sharing that. Now you could kind of talk a little bit about how y'all connected.
Well, Izzy, I let you go.
okay. Um man, it was like a movie, man. Literally I was watching a documentary. Uh Shout out to 3TOB. I was watching a documentary of it's called Loyalty No Royalty, and they were just telling the story of the Tony, how they came to be and how they were six members. So it was just a plus, a cherry on the top that I saw Antron doing his segment, and I didn't think anything of it. When I got off, I got on Instagram and saw him on my timeline, so I had to reach out. And when I got to him, it looked like he had just posted or whatnot. People were making their comments, and I responded by saying, like, if y'all know who this was, uh, y'all watch your mouths or something like that along the lines. I said, um, he liked the comment, so so yeah, I mean, it was just I felt like God had everything lined up for us to meet. Um, Made contact. I think we chopped it up for a good year or so,
Mm-hmm.
and then the rest is history.
Mm-hmm. Still
That's
go.
what's up. That's what's up. Now, yeah, for the viewers, we had a previous episode with Antron, and shout out to 3TOB. They still doing their thing. They broke down, the history, and they talked a little bit about the documentary. But that's dope how y'all connected. Antron, if you could speak on it a little bit, cause you from that old school era. They was recording with reels and analog, but now it's a new game. It's digital. How have you made that transition and connecting with fresh young artists like Izzy and being prosperous with it?
Well, first of all, um, it's different. It's different now because it's easier to work with guys now because of things like what we have now, the internet. And so it's like Izzy had asked for some tracks. and you can just send tracks around. So um the transition is that um you can make changes, uh like when we worked on the actual Red Jacket song. um Izzy actually, he blew me away because he took a track that I had that it was sitting there, and I was waiting on the right artist to get on it, and he picked that track and he sent it back and he blew me away with it. Just blew me away. I was like, that's the way you come on the track like that. That's how you come like that. And so it's like, but like the difference is I can help and I can help produce without actually being there. Not like in times past with digital, with like the like reel to reels and everything else. You actually had to be there. I could just talk to him and say, "Hey, man, Izzy, maybe if you take this down some here, pull, like the bass down some here, you know, change up this right here some, you know what I'm saying? But keep the drive going here, you know, this and that." I can help produce and not actually be with them, but be with them, and then it just pans out, and man, the track is just, it just came back banging. The video will be out. It will be out by like next week, so I make sure you'll be one of the first to have it. Um and um it's just good when you have great artists, because as a producer, that's what you're looking for. And as a producer, you're not, it's not so much, a lot of producers, the artists have to, as far as, um go with what the actual producer has for them, to write to, or to rap to, or to sing to. Me, I like to go around what I hear what the artist does, and then I make tracks around them. So Izzy is like one of the very few cats that actually, because the people, they call me, they send me stuff all the time. And he is one of the very, very few cats that really shocked me of his excellence and his perfection of how his delivery is and his concepts, and he's different. I wanted somebody that was different, not saying I using the same old rhythms and tempos, something different to make that change. So it's like, that's the difference. I'm sorry, I got off course there, but that's the difference between real to real and now. You can be online and he's in Texas, I'm in Cali, but I can still direct him or help him, or he can shoot me his ideas or what he might want and need, and it works out the same way. I think I'm talking to
Wow,
No,
wow, wow.
I
Oh
concur.
no, that's
That's a
cool. That's cool,
whole lot
man.
faster. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. I mean, because essentially you bridging the gap, because it seems like in our community, even in the industry, people have a lot of prejudice towards maybe working with the younger artists, or even vice versa. Younger artists may not be able to work with the older artists, but y'all definitely showing that it can be done. And the single, that I heard, it was banging. It was like a chemistry, like it felt like y'all was together in the studio cooking that up. So, I want to ask Izzy if he could speak on it. When you got that track, what was your thought and your inspiration and motivation to come up with what you came up with? Did you already have it wrote, or was that something that you kind of whipped up from scratch?
No, I wrote it from scratch. Thing about me, man, I never, at least I haven't in a long time. I can't remember the last time I premeditated lyrics. So like the beat, uh when I got the beat, first of all, I was excited to have a real authentic West Coast track. I never had one in my possession before. I've had many attempts of trying it, it's not the same. so so my first important thing was that I got a real West Coast beat. So and then I won't even lie to you. Part The excitement of having the beat itself and the excitement of knowing that it came from the ice cream. That's so like um so I came up the I remember sitting down and I remember doing the first verse and I sent it to him, asked him what he thought about it, and he told me to go on and finish it. So I knew I was doing the right thing. I was in the right direction. So that's what it was like. I came up with the words. Uh, I think the only preconceived notion was the fact that the moniker, the red jacket, has always been my stilo. So it was the perfect opportunity to. Uh, it was the perfect vehicle to bring it to life. Um, Probably wouldn't have never reached into that bag had I not gotten that inspiration from.
Wow.
Wow, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you sharing that. I
Yeah.
definitely look forward to the video, and like I said, it's obvious that y'all got the chemistry. So, what's the next step? Are y'all going to do like a track by track thing, or are y'all going to do an LP? I mean, an EP or album, or you know?
We're definitely doing things track by track. We're definitely doing things track by track, but I wanted to go back just a tad bit though before like we got into all that. You know, when I looked up, it shocked me when I looked up online the meaning of the red jacket, and if you look it up online, the red jacket stands for unity. And it also is where you get the Red Cross from. It's for people coming together as one. And so that really inspired me, really more so to be like, this is bigger than what it sounds like, you know? But But yes, Izzy, I sent him over a few more tracks because I have another the artist that I want to introduce you to. Um, he's DMX's blood cousin. I'm working with him too at the same time as Izzy, and I'm also I have to lay down my parts for the 3TOB track that they just sent me over, and then I have to do a track for a lady in the UK, um, Hester Austin. She wants me to do her show intro and outro. So I got a lot of things I'm juggling at one time. But Izzy, I feel comfortable with him because he's already shown me what he can do. So I can throw a track out there, and now I can give him a concept, and it's like, okay, either work with that concept or come up with one better than that, you know, and I can trust him to do that. That's the great part about it. So it's like we're doing things track for track, and as things go along, then we build up to like the EP. And I still feel like I'm talking too much. Izzy, would you say something, please?
Oh man, man, that's the Abbott man. Uh, yeah. one track at a time, man. It's just like any other relationship, man. Just getting started. Um, I'm learning so much from Antron, learning so much, whether he knows it or not. Uh, and it's probably because I just have an open mind. So he's saying that he trusts me, and I appreciate that. It's because of me deferring to him. Um, I listen to the man, so it's fun for me. I'm just figuring this out as I go as well. Um, this it's a journey, and it's humbling. And I'm really grateful for where I'm sitting.
Oh yeah, man, you definitely blessed, man. Got to take my hat off to you again, Antron, because you done been wearing so many hats and you've been doing this for decades. You a band member, a producer, a writer, a exec, and now you bringing in cats that's younger than you and giving them the game. That's definitely a blessing because everybody don't have that. They just kind of get thrown in, sink or swim type stuff. So Izzy, I wanted to ask you because we kind of talked about it a little bit off camera. Um, I'm in Ghana, and I was talking to Antron about y'all guys coming to Ghana, collabing with artists, making even more music, doing some touring. But you've already been here. If you could just talk about that experience and how that has affected you as a man and as a musician as well.
Man, for real. I was about 18. I came through the Rites of Passage program that was founded by my godfather, who happens to be Archbishop Sterling Lance. Uh, he took about 25 of us on that cultural tour. I was blessed to be able to sing, open up for service, as well as for his what do you call it? He was made one of the chiefs there. So for his ceremony that I sang there, was a praise leader. The whole experience, man, it was good. Um, the castle, like we talked about before, that's the biggest thing that stuck to me. Good Black history about our ancestors and the slave trade back then. I was open up and woken up to how beautiful it is. It's not none of that charter stuff. That at 1-800, it don't look like that over there. It don't look like that at all. Matter of fact, shucks, when you get over there, they dress they like us. You know, so it was a cultural experience. When I came back to the States, I will admit I was never the same because you can't unsee that. Um, it changes your mental forever. Yeah, but I love the unity. I love the grinding. Um, I love the thriving, but more importantly, I love the learning aspect of it. Learning all of the social studies. Um, no pun intended, but yeah. So,
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you sharing that. Like you mentioned earlier, just being blessed because a lot of our people, I'm from Cleveland, and they don't even leave the east side or go to another state or even go to Akron or nothing like that to be able to go to another continent and not only just travel, it's fun, but like you say, learn something that's gonna be instilled in you. And then you can, like they say, Sankofa, you can make your return and do what you love to do, make music and travel. That's a blessing for sure. So
oh,
for
no
the viewers,
doubt,
hmm
no doubt. Like a lot of the moral value systems that I've learned, um, was that from that strong foundation from my godfather in his program. And if that wouldn't have never happened, I probably wouldn't have the capacity to jail with an Antron Hill. It's a lot of mental. You gotta know something totally different than your status quo, your environment that you come in. So I'm glad that I was just able to be myself with the experiences that I had, and it got me here.
Okay, okay. Now for the viewers, they looking forward to, if they haven't already, check out the single. Is it online? Is it available? Can they access it now, or will it be available by the time that this comes out?
Everywhere. The single is available right now for streaming on all platforms, everywhere. You name it. YouTube, Google, the whole nine, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. I'm not sure what the platforms are like in Africa, but they're there. Um, and the video comes out this summer, this summer, few weeks.
Yep, yep. I would say probably give it another week. Give it about I say around the around the 10th or the 12th, because he's almost done now, and he's doing a great job. And uh, I think that it's going to be a real banger, a good summertime, let loose, enjoyable, something different, something refreshing instead of hearing the same things you've been hearing over and over again. You always need something, you know, um, um, coming out the Bay Area, myself, um, I came up in a time when everybody out the Bay was out the Bay, but they all had their own sound. Um, Digital Underground, they had their own sound. Too Short, even though he is Too Short, he had his own sound. E40, even though he was E40, he had his own sound. Um, um, let me see. I can go into Mac Dre. I can go into so many artists. Um, Three Times Crazy, the Loonies. Everybody had their own. They came off the Bay, but they had their own sound. But now, when I go back to the Bay, I've only heard one guy who doesn't sound like nobody else. Everybody else stuff, they got the same type of beat, the same type of flow, and they are staying locked in when there's no diversity there. And everybody that blows up, I don't care if it's Timbaland, um Little John, um Puff Daddy, uh, 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 whoever it is, uh, like I said, Digital Underground, Too Short, even even my old group, the Tonys, we was from out of Oakland, but they thought that we was from overseas by how we sounded and how we dressed. And that's what the industry needs now, is because the way that Izzy comes across and flows, you would never think that this guy is even from Texas at all. So like, to me, I think personally that he has the capabilities of being just as big or bigger than the DOC. And NWA found the DOC in Texas, and that's a big bite to say. That's saying a whole lot now, because the people, um, even when we were shooting some of the video in the Bay, you know, um, people stay in their own surroundings so much just to make their own music for their own region. They're not into the universal music of everybody enjoying it, everybody dancing to it, And but I really feel that Izzy could be really just as big as 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 DOC, and that's saying a lot, because when he came out, he blew everybody's mind, and he didn't know that he was from Texas neither. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah, no doubt, no doubt, man. I appreciate you breaking that down. Let me see. I got one more question for Izzy now. What can the fans expect? Like, are you singing, you rapping, you producing, you writing? Like, what are you honing in? Are you trying to like follow like Antron and wear those many hats musically, or are you just more just sticking towards the lyrics and the MCing or?
Man, tell the truth. I produce. Man, I've been watching this man since man since before since Tight Whites. Uh, and I'm producing. I'm rapping and singing. I've actually just completed a whole catalog of 40 top all time. Uh, a playlist. It's not even really an album, but I call it the playlist opportunity that knocks. It's everywhere on all platforms, especially on my channels and handles, Izzy Products. Uh, but that's what I got going on. And with his tutelage, he'll probably tell me what to do outside of what we're doing later to put those tracks to work. But I'm excited. Like we said, we're gonna do this one track by track, and I'm excited to learn everything he has to offer.
Yeah, man, that's dope. That's dope. So we're about 26 minutes in. I just want to thank y'all again for coming on the platform. It's definitely been an honor. And if I didn't cover anything or y'all wanted to hit them off with something, let them know about anything before we get up out of here. Go ahead, let them know.
Uh,
Uh, Go ahead, bro.
no, is he?
Okay. PFPmusic.com is where you can find myself along with some other artists that are actually going to come up under me later on. But that's where you can see the majority of my body of work. PFPmusic.com. My Instagram is the real Izzy Products. Facebook is Izzy Products. Um, what is that? They call it X now. It's not Twitter anymore. So Izzy Products on X as well. So everywhere Izzy Products. IZZYPRODUX. That's where you can find me.
I guess that's it. Oh, me, huh? Um, you can look under Trontreazy Productions, and it's Treazy is Treazy. Um, that's under everything that you can look at for, and also just straight up Antron Hill on like Facebook, Instagram, the other thing, X. I have a Facebook music fan page. Um, but but as far as Utah, when we get um, um, off this thing, send me your info so I can send you a Trontreazy production shirt. I need to know your size and your color. And everything is
Man,
popping.
that's what's up.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I
Everything is.
appreciate I appreciate that, King.
Yes, sir. And and we will be getting back with you about the shows and the tours. I'm just I haven't been touring out the states in a while now, so it's like I have an overseer that's looking into the ins and outs and ends on what I could, of what we can expect and what's feasible and fair, and that's
Oh
it.
yeah, oh yeah. Most definitely, man. So I want to thank y'all again. It's been another phenomenal episode of Taye Speaks. So until next time, thank you viewers for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. Peace.